Hello everyone, today I am channeling my inner Dan Howell and Willa Nee to bring to you Soph's 2021 Rewind. So I think we can all agree that 2021 was a bitch. But I'm just gonna go back ever so slightly to 2020. Hello. What the hell was that all about? Some evil virus literally took over the whole world, caused absolute chaos everywhere. It was illegal to be in the park too long and it cancelled my Disneyland Paris trip.
No.
We were literally living some Maze Runner young adult dystopian novel thing. But you're probably wondering why this is all relevant when I'm supposed to be talking about 2021. Well, if it wasn't for that, then this wouldn't have been quite so bad. Let's go back to the beginning of the year. New Year's Day 2021, new year, new me, new aspirations, and we were in lockdown. Again. Now, you know what? Lockdown was actually quite productive for me at first. I dyed my hair purple for the first time. I made some YouTube videos. There's one in particular that we're going to go back to later. I basically completed all the theory work from my course. I actually did some exercise. I had lots and lots of lovely lie-ins. But by the time March came around, that had all become a little bit repetitive. Apart from the lie-ins, you can't go wrong with lie-ins, let's be honest. So January, February, March and the majority of April kind of became one big blur for me. Apart from when it snowed, that was one thing that was a little bit different. Other than that, I genuinely couldn't tell you what happened in the first 3.5 months of this year because we did nothing. And it sucked. And I like doing nothing. April. Prince Philip passed away and Seabag was still all over the entire world. The new Delta variant had come out to play. But we did get a little bit of freedom again, aka I went back to work. It was hectic. I also actually saw a friend in April, and that hadn't happened in a very long time. I also went farming a little bit and got skewered by a barbed wire fence trying to chase a rogue sheep. That'll teach me for going outside. I then had my hair dyed blonde and then accidentally dyed blue, which then started to turn green. Not a particularly strong point in my life, but we did get a little bit of nice weather that month at least. May was freaking freezing. What the hell was that about? It was also lambing season, so other than working, I spent the majority of my time helping my aunt with her sheep. This was fab, I loved it, but I don't know how I didn't catch hypothermia. I also had my hair fixed, which thank God, because my hair was literally the colour of Shrek's swamp and it was disgusting. Definitely worth the amount of bleach my hair endured to fix it. Towards the end of the month we were absolutely thrashed in Eurovision, getting a whopping 0 points. I think the less I say on that, the better. Although on a positive note, we did get a little bit of nicer weather towards the end of the month, so. June! My birthday month, so naturally the best month of the year. We actually had some nice weather at the beginning of the month and I celebrated my 20th birthday. I probably did less than most people my age do. I don't get out much, to be honest, but I did get my makeup done and I went for a lovely meal out with my friend, so I would take that over partying any day, to be honest. Just going to slide past the fact we had a bit of a random photo shoot in the middle of a field. As for the rest of the month, I did some more farmy things, making friends with the sheep of course. Hello. I had my first COVID vaccine. Love Island, unfortunately, started and took over my whole household. And to finish the month off, I went for a lovely spa weekend for my stepmom's 60th birthday with my family, and you know what? It was fab. And thinking about it now, June was actually a pretty good month, to be honest. Bloody hell, July was hot. And when I say hot, I don't mean nice Spanish beach holiday hot. No, I mean literally melting your skin hot and not being able to cool down unless you stand in a bucket of ice. Oh, the joys of having no air conditioning but fantastic insulation. During this time, fans blowing warm air, you don't do a lot, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. I did see my older sister for the first time in a year and a half in July though, which was really, really lovely. She teaches over in Thailand, and due to Miss Rona, she hasn't been able to come back over and we've not been able to go and visit her. So we saw each other as much as we could before she went back, and you know what, it was really, really nice. On a slightly different note, I also had an absolutely horrendous mouth ulcer at the back of my throat that I had to actually ring the doctors about. I think, like Eurovision, the less I say about that, the better. It was very memorable though, I won't forget it. As for the rest of July, the Olympics officially started, although they were still called the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, which did confuse my already slightly frazzled brain. Additionally, all our COVID restrictions were completely scrapped in the UK, so we were free again, and I'm not going to lie, I don't remember the rest. August. I had my second COVID vaccination. I was on the road to being fully vaccinated, but then I came into contact with someone who had CBAG before it was the 14 days since my second vaccine. And from then, I had to isolate for the first time since this whole pandemic started. After that, I became a sheep whisperer. Just call me Bo Peep. Avengers Assemble! And the Paralympic Games started in Tokyo, again called the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games, which still confused me. I don't know what year it is half the time anyway. September. I actually went out in September, like on a night out. I haven't done that since I was 18. I met some new people, I thoroughly enjoyed myself, but then, just my luck, I contracted tonsillitis, and with that I was extremely poorly. I had to go on antibiotics for a week, and I also had to have a week off work. Oh no! That's what I get for doing absolutely nothing for a year and a half and then going to a club, isn't it? Other than that, I went to go and see All Time Low. They were amazing. I also went to go and see Waitress at the theatre. That was my first show since COVID had started back at the theatre, and it was just incredible. In the media, Squid Game absolutely took over on Netflix. It's literally all I saw all over the internet. I will say though, I did watch it and I did thoroughly enjoy it. Although I won't lie, when I first started it, I was absolutely horrified and completely baffled as to why people wanted to watch it. I will admit it did get better though. Well, the violence didn't, but the story did. October was a busy month for me. Oh my god. I'm not usually that social, but this month really pushed me to my limits. I actually spent it mostly with my good friend Jessica. She has cropped up in this video previously already. So at the beginning of the month I went to a UV party. If you were wondering how that went, my friend and I spent the majority of the time sat in the VIP lounge, which we managed to get in for free, and only spend about 20 minutes in the actual UV party bit. Never again. I then went on a trip to Alton Towers with my friend, her boyfriend and both of their siblings. It was absolutely fantastic, although I think my insides are still settling from the amount of times we went on all the roller coasters. And I'm not kidding when I say we went on all of them multiple times. There's only so many times I can handle Rita in one day, and I went over that threshold both the days we were there. For anyone wondering, Wicker Man, Sonic Spinball and 13 are my favourite rides. Oblivion my least favourite ride. And before we knew it, it was Halloween. I'm not usually that fussed about Halloween. I just like to use it as an excuse to eat loads of chocolate and sweets. But this year I actually did something. However, I did go dressed in what I would have worn as an 11-year-old. We also did an escape room where I was the hostage, and it was one of the most scary things I think I've ever done. It was absolutely horrendous, but we got out. We defeated it with 20 minutes to spare. The other things I saw around on the internet were mainly COVID related, and the fact that Facebook were changing their name to Meta. Meta? November. What even happened in November? Other than I'm a celeb and a sprinkling of snow over here in the UK. Well, in the music news, the LA judge rules to end Britney Spears' conservatorship, which is amazing news. And we had an ABBA return and a new Adele album. Also, Miss Taylor Swift released her 10-minute version of All Too Well along with the video for it. I could rave about it for a long time. I'm not going to, but it's definitely definitely worth the watch. December, getting close to the end of the year, getting all of that Christmas shopping done. It was starting to get much busier at work. We went on a nice stuffed day out. I went to college, had my final day at college for the year, completed all my theory exams, and then I got COVID. Yes, the actual coronavirus. Slap bang in the middle of the busiest time of the year. Might have felt like an absolute bag of rubbish, but at least I was better in time for Christmas and to do 2 shifts at work. Christmas then came and went in the blink of an eye, and it's now the end of the year, or the beginning of 2022 when I've edited and uploaded this video. Now, it wouldn't be a review of this year without going back and looking at this video again. There are a couple of things I said that I would try and do this year to challenge myself. The first one being, I said that I would try and exercise at least once or twice a week, not counting just walking around at work. And you know what? For the most part, I did actually do that. The only time I didn't were the occasions I was infected with some illness, or this time period between Christmas and New Year. Does this time period really count anyway? I then said that I would give up chocolate for Lent again, but I did it. Absolutely horrendous. I don't know why I thought it'd be a good idea to do this for a second time. Yes, one thing I didn't mention in the video is that I had done this before, completely given up chocolate for the time period that Lent is in. I don't know why I thought it'd be a good idea again. I really don't. But there we have it. 2021 is over. You know what? Even though this year was just rubbish, wasn't it? It was rubbish. The pandemic just ruins everything. Thanks, Panny G. There were some nice moments though, I guess, like having loads of lie-ins, going on a nice stuffed day out, where I then got COVID. I'm kidding. I did have some really lovely moments this year amongst all of the rubbish that was 2021. But I think we can all safely say that we hope 2022 is better. So that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this vibe, then maybe I will do this again for 2022. The more I say that, the less it sounds like a real year. But perhaps I will do this again. Please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. All my social media links are in the description box below. Bye!